everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Varsha and I absolutely love doing makeup videos. I love doing recreations once in a while to help break down the steps and make this easier for you as well. Today I created this amazing green eyeliner look. This is a great way to introduce green or any other color, to be frank, into your makeup looks if you are kind of scared to try out different colors. I've given a great tip midway for you guys if you don't have green eyeshadow. I feel like this look is kind of fall appropriate. I'm slowly moving on to fall looks, but we still have some summer looks coming up. So if you don't want to miss any of my looks, don't forget to click on the subscribe button and let's get into the video right away. So my skin is quite dry as usual. I'm just going to use this Floral Spray Mist from Sisley just to infuse some moisture back into my skin. And I'm just going to apply this Rose Ink Eye Revival Eye Brightening Cream. I love this thing. I'll also put some on my lid here because sometimes I have some dry skin there, especially because I'm going to be using some primer. I'm just using a little bit of this Dr. Jart Green Grass Cream. Tiger Grass Cream. It is actually green in color. I'm just using a little bit here because I have some dryness and you can see it's become kind of pink because of that. So I just want like the skin to calm down, and I'm going to use another moisturizer for the rest of my face. For moisturizer, I'm just using the Inky List one, and it's very light actually, you know, it's not too like greasy or heavy. I'm just going to let all this sink in for about 5 minutes. This is the MAC Prep and Prime, which I'm just using around my mouth because, you know, of like fine lines and like mainly the corrector moving. This one's a very silicone-y primer. So just remember to do like a double cleanse when you remove your makeup off to effectively remove anything, because you don't want the silicones clogging your pores and, you know, getting breakouts and stuff. I'm using my trustworthy Bobbi Brown corrector around my mouth. I like this mainly around the mouth because I feel like under the eyes this tends to crease. I devised a new way to use these concealers. I don't have like a mixing palette or anything, so I try to take it on this gel nail polish on my nail. Speaking about nails, I'll be doing them this week. Yay! I'll just mix the two because I just feel that for my skin this Vasanthi one needs a little more orange, and that's the only reason I'm mixing this. Okay, today the orange became a little more. I like to remove it from the areas where I don't want any, you know, correction, because I'll just be using extra product to cover it then. I'm also using it on some of these spots of mine. But then, you know, if I can't help it, I usually just end up bringing them back as cutie marks. And I'll just go with a little bit on the sides of my mouth too. How can I forget it? Now, since I'm a little more tan than usual, I'm going to go with this Natural Finish Oil-Free Foundation from Cover FX. But you know what? I want to convert this into a skin tint. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of this tiny skin hydrating booster from Dermalogica. And I'll just add a drop of it to this amount of foundation that I've taken. I'll just mix this on the back of my hand with my brush. And I'll just start applying this. Now, if you guys don't know, Scarlett Johansson started her own skincare line and it is called The Outset. Her brand is just like a very no-nonsense skincare brand, and honestly I can't wait to maybe get my hands on it if possible, but it's only available in the US Sephora, so you know, I'll have to probably order it from there. But I remember that when she had kind of launched the line, she had done a little Instagram thing once, and she said that if you don't have a skin tint, one of her ways to do this is by mixing her serum with her foundation and creating a skin tint for herself. Now, I thought this was quite revolutionary because usually people say just mix your moisturizer, and even I have been doing that for a while. So I decided to try this today and check it out. It actually works. You know, it's not bad because I don't like the thickness of this, but it kind of sheared out and it's kind of going with my summer skin tone that I have on my body going on right now. Next, I'm using these two Kepinaquan Sensual Skin Enhancers. I just took this much of both the shades kind of like equally, and I'm going to mix it with this tiny brush. You really don't need a lot. That's why I'm taking this extremely tiny brush. And honestly, this is just a test. I just wanted to see like how is it performing, because I feel like when I bought these I was still so amateur with like makeup. But let's see, how is this? This thing can really cover up stuff, but it has a tendency to crease, so just remember, like, a little goes a long way. I'm just tapping it in with my finger. So I feel like the Sensual Skin Enhancer did a good job, and I'm just using this Bobbi Brown concealer just to brighten in this like this little triangle area here. I'm not going in with the Sensual Skin Enhancer mainly because I'm still not too confident with the formula and how to work with it, so that's why I just chose something else. Now I'm going to set my under eyes using my Givenchy powder. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be definitely seeing some creasing. I've accepted it. Definitely need more practice with this, so I'm definitely going to try and educate myself a little more. Now as a base, I'm going to be using this NARS eyeshadow base. This is in the shade Medium, and this is just to cancel out any of those uneven skin tones and lip pigmentation and all that. So I'll just use my finger, and if you remember, we had even moisturized a little bit on the eyelids, so you know, that should take care of any of the patchiness that I usually tend to have with this eyeshadow base. I'll also set it with a little bit of this Chanel powder. This is just to lightly set it, nothing else. This is the Anastasia brow gel, and I'm just working it through my brow hairs. And then for my brows, I'm just going to be using this Anastasia, the Ultra Slim Brow Wiz. Now from this Huda Beauty palette, I'm using the shade Sandalwood, and I'm just gonna place it in a halo sort of way, so which means the inner corner and the outer corner. Now this just adds a little bit of warmth to the eye, otherwise I think, you know, it just looks a little too washed out, if anything. So I'm just gonna place that and blend it along the crease. Not a lot, just a little bit is fine, because our main focus is the green eyeliner. So just keep it like soft. Now the first thing of this look would be to apply this green shade in my lower waterline. And I can be a little messy with it because it's going to be smudged anyway. Hopefully it'll even help cover the creasing that's happening under my eyes. So with this green liner now, I'm just going literally all over my eye. Like lining the upper part, the lower part. Taking this A7 brush from the Arial X Morphe collab, and I'm just blending this all over. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 eye pencil, and this is in the shade Overdrive. If you have brown or hazel eyes, your eyes are just gonna pop with this look. This pencil has enough playtime with it, so you don't have to kind of work really fast. Just kind of take your time, and you can like blend it out slowly. Just making sure that both of them are kind of like pointing in the same direction. If you have any empty spaces between your lashes, just go back in, because I think that makes all the difference. I'm just like dotting this in between, especially where I can see like the skin kind of showing through. Now I'm going in with this B5 shade from the Norvina palette. And I'm only going to use this on the outer V's of like both sides of my eye. I'm not going to go with it over the center of my lid and lower lid. Honestly, this look is working in my favor because I'm able to cover all that creasing that is happening. It's not that bad actually, the creasing, but there is some. Just remember that I'm not going to be using this over the center of my iris, because I really like that metallic effect of the pencil. Now if you don't have green eyeshadow, you can actually use this shade even on your lower lids and just use the pencil and just blend that out really well, because I'm sure not everyone has like a green eyeshadow with them. And I'll even use this here. And if you've lost any intensity of that pencil, you can literally just go in and just like tap over that area. this look is actually great for people with hooded lids. I'm going to be coming with another video which is good for people with hooded eyes, but obviously everyone can do it too. I'm just going to use my trusty Surratt eyelash curler to curl my lashes, followed by my trusty mascara. This is the Lancome Lash Idol, I don't know. I'm also going to work this on my bottom lashes. Next for bronzer, I'm going in with this MAC bronzing powder in the shade Golden Rinse. I don't think this is available anymore, but I will leave definitely something similar in the products below. So I'm just using this to slightly bronze up the face now. Just go with some along the hairline, the jawline. So you can see there's only some subtle bronze and it's not too harsh. For blush, of course, the Rare Beauty one, because I'm digging this right now. And I'll just lightly blend this in. This is in the shade Encourage. And with what was left on the brush, I'm just going to use that on my forehead and temples. Just using a little bit of this milk color chalk in the shade Hopscotch as my highlighter in the inner corners. It just really brings some light into the inner corner. I'm also using this on the tip of my nose and even a little bit on my chin. You can even use it under your brow for some subtle brow highlight. But I'm definitely going to use some of this on my Cupid's bow. And finally, it's time for lips. I'm going to be using this half red pencil from MAC. And I'll first line my lips. I feel like this pencil goes so beautifully with the blush color that I used. And finally for lips, I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk in medium. As always, bringing some of my dark marks back. And lastly, using a little bit of this Hourglass powder just to blur out some imperfections. I'm just going to be misting my beauty blender with this Laura Mercier Moisture Mist. And then I'll just pat this on like mainly the high points of my face where I want some, you know, glow back into the face. How pretty is this look? It's just perfect for like a nice summer evening. If you don't have any green eyeshadow, don't forget to go back to the tip that I gave while I was doing my eyes to make this work for you. Consider that an alternate way to achieving this look. Oh, by the way, I have another green eyeshadow look which if you haven't watched, it's gonna pop up here. This is a little more advanced, I feel, so maybe you can try practicing this first and you can always move on to this look. But that said, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. It really helps with the algorithm. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe to this channel because I have so many more looks coming up and this is frankly only the beginning. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day and bye-bye.